said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yo, what's going on, G-Dot family? We got another wild, crazy ass video to get into. This today, they talking about, I just started Pluto a little bit. He sleep, man. He always chilling, he always sleeping. He don't worry about a nigga, because when it's time to bite a nigga, he don't bite the shot, your ass. Don't play with him. But yeah, today we reacting to goddamn lyrics like a good Young Thug, Lock It Up Forever. I'm gonna react to these. I'm gonna rate these lyrics opposed to what I've heard other niggas in songs say that I know for a fact did some shit they rapping in these songs. So we gonna go ahead and just go through it, because free Thug, free Slime. I hope he beats his trial, because right now it look like the DA just they don't even got no case for real, but that's another story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also don't forget to follow a nigga on Instagram, GuaboyG.dot, and Twitter, GuaboyG.dot. Let's go ahead and get into the video, man.
Young Thug is fighting the biggest Rico case in rap history. And now the judge is letting his
I guess you
lyrics
can say
be
that.
used against them. Some of the bars are wild, but the stories behind them are even crazier. And today we're breaking down the shocking lyrics that might affect Thug's trial. Thug is being charged with 8 counts of conspiracy to...
Allegedly. He allegedly did this shit. This isn't, okay, he allegedly, because folks are just trying to just put all this shit out there, okay? Allegedly. What you talking about?
Violate the Rico Acts because the cops think his YSL crew isn't just a music collective and that they're actually a blood set being run by Thug. A big part of the case is proving that Thug is calling the shots, because that means he'll be guilty of any crimes that people in YSL committed, even if he wasn't there when it went down. A lot of Thug's bars are about the streets, and the prosecution is using lines from tracks like Slime to prove that YSL is active in the trenches, where Thug raps, "Hey, this that slime hey, YSL hey, killing 12 hey, jail
You can say that shit, cause like a blood, yeah, I'm repping his blood set, but he could just be saying that's that slime shit, that's YSL shit, like that's two different things. This I can be bitty, but I can also be a goddamn football player. You feel what I'm saying? I can be GD and I can be a rapper too, and be in a rap collective, a rap set, like how all the niggas in New York. A Boogie is signed, is he hybrid, but he got his own hybrid record label, I think, so he can just goddamn say, hey, this that shit, hey, hybrid shit, yeah, hey, then you feel me? He can just be talking about two different things in a song. It's simple like that. You trying to throw all this dirt on Thug? Hell, hold on, shut up.
I'm not new to this. Hey, I'm so true to this. Hey, I done put whole slime on 100 licks. This
that could mean a lot of things. You can interpret that a lot of ways.
Slime shit. This that mob shit. Fuck the judge, YSL. This that mob life.
Nigga just talking shit. Nigga just feeling himself. He hiding the booth. He just feeling himself talking shit. That don't mean he really, like, you feel me? Niggas cap rap all the time. Look at 6ix9ine. Come on now. They can throw a little sprinkle, a little cap in there for Slime. Come on now.
They're also using a couple lines from the track Original Slime shit, where Thug said, "Murder gang shit," and YSL until we're dead and pale. Yak Gotti was on the same track with Thug, and the prosecution says that both of them threw up YSL gang signs to the lyrics in a post on social media back in 2017. Yak is a pretty important part of the case. He had a wild come up in the streets repping the Bloods and barely survived getting shot 5 times before he hopped in the booth. He knew Thug from back in the day, and Thug helped him learn how to rap and gave him a lot of support. They linked up for the first time on the track Dream, but then Yak got hit with some charges that led to him being labeled a snitch. In 2015, Yak and his homie YSL Duke was booked for allegedly sliding through the ops hood with a Draco and a pistol. Yak spent 5 years in prison over the case, but then some paperwork leaked that made some people think he was working with the cops. According to the paperwork, Yak told the cops the Draco was his, and he gave it to Duke so they could clap back at a dude who put hands on Yak. Yak started getting called a snitch on social media, but a reporter from Atlanta named George Cheedy hopped in and said that Yak just pleaded guilty after the cops found him with a gun, and that's why there's paperwork. It turns out that Yak actually took the charge for Duke, and on the track Free to Go, he raps, "Don't f with these niggas cause they facade. Riding with Lil Duke and I took the charge. I was facing life and I beat the odds. I just came back. They like, shorty, you hard."
I ain't gonna lie, I heard about that shit. They was tweaking. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you ride around Atlanta and like you just so deep in that shit, cause it don't be 12 for real. So the niggas in Atlanta, this how shit really be. It don't be no police outside, so you really think you can do whatever the you want to do. And on most days, I ain't gonna lie, you can do whatever the you want to do, cause it don't be no police outside for real. But if you just get caught on that wrong day, one day you can just get your ass sent up the road. And at least he took the charge. He ain't snitched for real. Shout out Yak, free Yak, man.
There's no evidence that Yak is snitching on Thug or anyone else, but these next lyrics definitely ain't gonna help his case. The prosecution is using Thug's track Anybody against him because he raps, "I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. I told him to shoot 100 rounds. Ready for war like I'm Russia. I get all type of cash. I'm a general."
Man, look, man, that shit cap. Saying all type of shit in their songs, bro. That's like, come on now. Come on now. I got something to do with that body. Folks could have been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he stole from me. And then he just disappeared. You talking about, I got something to do with that body because after he stole from me, he just disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. He just poof, magically went away, nigga. I guess. I'm the victim here.
One of the biggest parts of the case against Thug is the murder of a dude named Donovan Big Nut Thomas.
Yeah.
5 YSL dudes, including Yak Gotti, are being accused of killing him in a drive-by, and Thug allegedly rented the car they used and is the one who ordered the hit. Big Nut's murder sparked a crazy wave of violence in the city and is the reason Thug and YSL went to war with YFN Lucci and his crew. But Lucci's not the only rapper who's caught up in the situation. Rich homie Quan and Young Thug used to be super tight and linked up in the studio all the time. But a couple months after Nut was killed, Quan stopped rocking with him. Quan was close to Big Nut, and he allegedly thinks Thug was behind him getting murdered. A video came out where Quan was allegedly talking about it, and he said, then someone in the room asked him if it was because of his beef with Thug, and Quan said,
"Why did you suspect Young Thug when you went to Adamize? Because people told you, or did you have some beef with Young Thug at the time that kind of led you?
I ain't had no beef, bro. Was deeper than rap, man.
The story gets even crazier from here though. Back in 2014, Quan's dad was at a barbershop in Atlanta when someone came in and started letting off shots. His dad got hit up and barely survived, and some leaked paperwork says that Quan allegedly thinks Thug was involved with his dad getting shot. It's not clear if Thug actually had anything to do with Big Nut or Quan's dad getting shot, but that was only the start of the war. After Big Nut died, YSL and YFN allegedly started sliding on each other, and Lucci's mom's crib ended up getting shot up twice in 1 week. The first time nobody was home, but then they came back and Lucci's mom and her friend were both hit in the legs. Luckily they—
Bro, what the niggas in Atlanta do be tweaking. I ain't saying Thug did none of this shit, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? He's not responsible for what these wild ass young niggas are doing in Atlanta. Because if you listen to the Atlanta rap scene right now, see, it'd be different if he was in, bro, if he was in North Dakota and he just had all this influence and he was telling niggas, this is Atlanta, bro. This shit was probably gonna happen with or without Thug. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is just what's going on in the streets, man. He ain't the boss.
They both survived, but Thug's prosecutors claim he bragged about it on the track Bad Boy when he raps, "You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45, put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, they stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mention me. I had on Margielas when I shot at the act like you want war, and they gon' smoke you like a blunt." Gunna, Yak Gotti, and Thug linked up for the track Take It to Trial, and the cops think Yak bragged about shooting at Lucci's mom when he raps, "For slimes, you know I kill. Trial, I done beat it twice. State, I'm undefeated like, feds came and snatched me, I don't know. No point in asking. I was on Cleveland, stuck like a magnet. I'll shoot at your mammy." They're also using this track Just How It Is, where Thug raps about—
Niggas say that all the time, like, you feel me? Niggas talk shit all the time in these songs, bro. Tell you, I shoot shit at your mammy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say it's something about smooth 1,000 pounds, smoke this nigga, that nigga. They ain't had nothing to do with that body. I done heard the cap rap. Why y'all so focused on Slime? Why y'all ain't focused on all these other niggas? I ain't finna say no names, but you feel me? Niggas be tweaking.
By the time he allegedly caught Lucci lacking at the Lenox shopping mall in Atlanta. On the track, he said, "Last tried me, almost got popped in Lenox. Ask the cops, ask the detectives, they all know the business. Ask the cops and the detectives, all the jurisdictions." And from the same song, they also brought in Thug's bars like, "I done did the robbing, I done did the jacking, now I'm full rapping. Gave the lawyer close to 2 mil, he handles all the killings. And we don't speak shit on wax, it's all my business. We known to kill the biggest cats of all kitties." Thug was allegedly self-snitching with some of these bars about specific situations, but the prosecutors also want to use his homies' lyrics to prove he was involved with what they did in the
That's
street.
all he said, she
like
said
on
up.
the track Slatty, when he had Gotti raps, "Dissect your body like science class." And "Gangsta cause you got a body, little magazine clips, so you might get your issue. You think you gangsta because you got a pistol. And from the same track,
that's just regular shit.
Line, I killed this man in front of his mama, like little bruh, sister, and his cousin. When the news broke the judge was letting the lyrics be used as evidence, people hopped in immediately to call him out. Thug's lawyer Brian Steele said that they're targeting the right to free speech, and they are saying that just because he's singing about it, he's now part of a crime. The judge clapped back and said, they're not prosecuting your clients because of the songs they wrote. They're using the songs to prove other things your clients may have been involved in. I don't think it's an attack on free speech. Using rap lyrics in the courtroom has been going on for decades. The first time was back in '91 when a rapper named Derek Foster was caught with a kilo of cocaine and 10 gallons of liquid PCP. The cops already had enough evidence to put him away, but they also found his rhyme book where he wrote, key for key, pound for pound, I'm the biggest dope dealer and I serve all over town. They submitted the line into evidence and it helps him get prison time for drug trafficking. Even Snoop Dogg had his lyrics brought up in court. Back in '93, he was facing a murder charge after his bodyguard shot a dude he was beefing with. And during the trial, the prosecutors brought in lyrics from his track Murder Was the Case to prove he was guilty. Luckily, Snoop beat the charge and walked free, but right now it's way too early to know what'll happen to Thug. The prosecutors really want to prove that YSL is a gang and that Thug is the one running it. If they convince the jury that Thug was calling the shots, he'll go down for anything that the rest of the YSL crew did. His lawyer Brian Steele is clapping back and saying that Thug doesn't have anything to do with the streets though. Brian Steele told the courtroom that YSL isn't a gang and that they're only using the name because of the clothing brand Yves Saint Laurent. He also said that Thug is worth tens of millions of dollars and doesn't need to make money in the streets. Steele called Thug and his homies studio gangsters who just rap about the trenches but aren't actually going around shooting people. The prosecutors are trying to use Thug's social media posts against him too. They submitted a photo of Thug throwing up a sign, and according to them, it's a blood sign. Brian Steele clapped back and said that Thug wasn't even making a...
These niggas bringing up Instagram pictures, bro. They trying to make they stretching shit. They stretching shit. They all the way stretching it out there. They trying to go off Instagram pictures and old lyrics and all this crazy ass shit as evidence. Like, come on, bro. Y'all know y'all wild. Y'all ain't never just pull a picture up off Instagram with this nigga. Like, he could be doing anything, bro. That could be his new pose for drip drop or some shit. That shit don't, like, come on.
B with his fingers, and that it was actually a P. Thug, Gunna, and Future had just dropped the track Pushing P, and still claims that's why Thug was throwing up the P. Pushing P don't really mean anything specific, but Gunna said it's just about being real and holding it down. He gave a few examples on Twitter so everyone would know what he was talking about, but Brian still gave the jury a different explanation. He told the court that pushing P means pushing positivity, and it's all about going after your goals no matter what and not letting anything hold you back. The biggest thing that happened so far is that Thug's homie Gunna took an Alfred plea, which means he ain't saying he's guilty, but thinks the prosecution could convict him if he took it to trial. After the news broke, he told everyone that he didn't make any statements or cooperate with the cops. But then a video leaks where Gunna admitted that YSL is a gang and that he knows dudes in YSL have been involved with street crimes. They also asked him about a time when he got pulled over with Thug in the car and the cops found drugs and guns inside, and Gunna said they weren't his. And a lot of people say that's the same thing as telling him straight up that they were thugs. Gunna still says he didn't flip though, and on the track I Was Just Thinking, he rapped, "Only I done cry cause it's feeling for my bro, and you know my mind, you done watch that grow. Know you hearing the lies that your little brother might fold. Yeah, I had popped out, but don't let him say I told." Fans thought Thug took a shot at him when he dropped the track Jonesboro from behind bars and rapped, "Street with a bunch of lies like a tigger. Y'all just a bunch of told him he was my homie. I can't miss him. Ain't nobody feel him." But the track was probably recorded way before any of this went down. Gunna ain't the only one who has snitch rumors on his name though. And now people are saying that Thug might have worked with the cops on a murder case back in the day. In June 2023, some news broke that Thug's lawyer wanted to get a detective taken off the trial because he thinks the detective will testify that Thug flipped on an old murder case. Quinn is supposed to testify for the prosecution, and he's allegedly claiming that Thug made statements when he was sitting in the back of a police car. It's not clear what murder he allegedly told him about, but Thug's lawyer says it don't have anything to do with the Rico case and shouldn't be brought up in court. Thug's case took another big hit when his homie J-Man was convicted of murder and robbery. He's part of the Rico case too, but he's already going down for allegedly killing a dude named Christian Broder back in 2018. Broder and some friends were waiting for an Uber when J-Man and his homie walked up and robbed him at gunpoint. Broder and his homies handed everything over, but then he asked for his driver's license back, and that's when J-Man upped the strap and killed him. J-Man said he was recruited into a gang when he was only 9 years old, and he's been in the streets ever since. He got booked for a robbery at 14 and was sentenced to 15 years. but the judge let him out because he thought J-Man could turn his life around. Instead, J-Man brutally murdered Christian Broder and is accused of way more crimes in the Rico case. It's not clear how J-Man is connected to the whole YSL Rico yet, but being involved with a dude like that definitely won't help Thug's trial. It took almost a whole year for them to find a jury for the case, but now the trial is finally starting. It might still be a while before we get any concrete answers though, because the trial is probably gonna last around a year because of how massive the case is. New details could break any day though, so tap in for updates.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. They ass tweaking. They really trying to stretch this shit so much, and they trying to make it seem like he just this big ass mob boss that's been pulling all the strings in Atlanta. Hey, bro, I didn't tell this little young nigga to go rob this random ass man, and when he asked for his ID back, I didn't tell him to do that. So you can't put that on me. I'm just saying that nigga stupid. So I'm doing my own money. I'm getting money. I'm on tour. I'm doing all this crazy shit. Like, I don't be in the hood. What the hell you talking about? So it's not even like a nigga can, I don't know, niggas is crazy, bro. Thinking like these young niggas ain't trying to do their own thing. Like, free Thug, bro, because they're really stretching it. They're trying to make it seem like he just got rap big boss, P Puff Diddy in the flesh times, Tony Montana. He just calling hits and he don't give a making the show money and killing niggas with it. Like, come on, bro. Let's just relax, bro. Free Thug, free Slime. Hope he get out of there real soon, man. This shit crazy.